Welcome to Allies or Enemies. This time we are looking at The Lost Ruins of Arnak, a 1 to 4 player game designed by Min and Elwin that puts you in the shoes of an Indiana Jones-style team of archaeologists searching through a dangerous island filled with gems, stone tablets, idols, and terrifying guardians. It's a medium complexity game that combines worker placement, resource management, and deck building, and is all about using the treasures you find to help you research, explore, and find even better treasures. It is a fairly fast-paced game that is easy to pick up and dripping with dark and dangerous theme.
The basic actions are simple. On your turn, you can play a card from your hand, place one of your two archaeologists on a goods space, buy a card from one of the rows, research by moving up the track, explore the uncharted parts of the island, or defeat one of the terrifying guardians you find there. It's all surprisingly easy to understand with nice, clear iconography. But what makes it fun is figuring out how to create combos to stretch out the resources you have at your disposal. On one turn, you might play cards to gain compasses, then explore the island, getting relics and arrowheads that you later use to help you move up the research track, and hire an assistant who gives you coins that you can turn into a gem. Then you use that gem to defeat the guardian, and then you use that guardian's power, and so on and so on. And all that was just one worker. It really hits that mid-complexity sweet spot, being easy to learn, but it provides a lot of fun mechanics for you to explore and fit together in creative ways. A round ends once everyone runs out of stuff to do and passes, and the game ends after 5 rounds. Then you add up points from cards, idols, research, and guardians and see who is the greatest adventurer.
The game plays from 1 to 4 players, and it does work at all counts, but it is probably best at 2 or 3. Because a turn is just one action, and all actions are fairly quick, the pacing is generally good. But with 4, the exploration spots go fairly quickly, so it becomes more about creating resource chains than exploring a lost island. With 2 or 3, you cover up some of the starting spaces, but you do get to collect more idols, search more ruins, and defeat more guardians, which for us is the strongest bit of the game. At all player counts, there is minimal interaction, basically just racing to spaces, which tends to even out at different counts, and there is no real take-that elements. There's also a solo mode, which plays really well. The AI is a stack of tiles with easy-to-understand action icons that can be tweaked to increase difficulty level. It is a surprisingly solid approximation of the multiplayer game that has been well streamlined for ease of use.
The Lost Ruins of Arnak has a lot of variability, most obviously in the exploration, which changes the available worker spaces each game. Outside of the 5 basic resource spots, your board will be different every time you play. Also, the assistants you hire and the cards you buy will all drastically change your approach in the puzzle that you're solving each game. But best of all is the double-sided board, with the Bird Temple, which is a bit more of a forgiving, exploration-friendly adventure on one side, and then the Snake Temple on the back, which really ramps up the challenge level. And best of all, both sides play for all player counts.
Right from the box, this game is a looker. The artwork really plunges you into the deep, dark jungles of Arnak. The player boards, the cards, the locations, the research track, all of it helps to immerse you in the experience. The bits are great too, especially the plastic gems, arrowheads, and stone tablets. The meeples even have little Indiana Jones-esque archaeologist hats. It's an eye-catching combination of cards and board and stuff that makes you want to play and explore. More importantly, the iconography is smart and simple, which makes everything easy to read, even with a busy board. It is all surprisingly clear. One minor flaw is the cards, which feel a smidge thin, certainly not egregiously, but we threw them in sleeves just in case.
The Lost Ruins of Arnak was one of our most anticipated games of the year, and it has not disappointed. It's a fun, hybrid game that does a lot of things well, and in the end is a bit more than the sum of its parts. Because it's based on concepts that games will find familiar, it's exceptionally easy to learn and intuitive to play, but there's a bit of a light brain burner hidden in there as you figure out how to stretch your available actions and resources as far as they will go. The theme and the art also help up in a big way. It's inherently fun to flip an explored tile and get some rare items and then fight a big scary monster, but everything is even better when you get to be an archaeologist in a hidden jungle grabbing idols and taking names. For newer gamers, this is a great introduction to a bunch of core concepts in a really approachable and fun package, and for more experienced gamers, it's a nice mid-weight addition to the worker placement genre that rewards creative combinations but still has enough elements of randomness to keep things interesting. And that is it. If you've had a chance to play, we'd love to hear your thoughts, and please do like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you all next time for another game.